Story 1, The Watcher. My first apartment was a shithole, but it was mine. Second floor, thin curtains, outside stairs that whined. I was 20 and proud and stupidly brave. Cheap rent, that's it. Next door, Mr. Abernathy. Old. Quiet nods. Cigarettes on the balcony we shared, split by a flimsy metal divider with a dent near the bottom screw. I told myself he was just lonely. Then the timing started. No matter when I came home, 3 p.m., 11 p.m., 5 minutes later, slide of his door, flick of a lighter, every time. I checked the clock once, 11:07, then 3:02, same pattern. And when I watched his posture, he wasn't angled at the trees. He was angled at my window. Movie night, lights off, popcorn going stale. Through the curtain, a small orange eye. I crept closer. He wasn't smoking. Cigarette just hanging. Ember dying. Face pale, still, watching. I stopped moving around my own place, lived by lamplight, kept the TV volume at 6 so low I could hear the hallway ice machine cough. I should have told someone. I didn't. Jenna stayed over. Cheap wine, laughter, relief. At 2 a.m., she shook me. Do you hear that? Scrape. Metal kissing glass. Click, click, scrape. I crawled, peeked. He was crouched on my balcony, phone propped on the rail, throwing up a cold, white wedge of light. Calm hands working the lock, not angry, focused. Don't move, don't move. We slid into the kitchen, hiding behind the counter that wobbled if you leaned wrong. Jenna's nails dug crescents into my arm. 911, whispered address. Longest 10 minutes of my life. Boots on the stairs. His door slid shut. Cops at mine. I could smell his smoke through the divider. Stale, sweet. He did the confused old man act. But they searched his bathrobe. Zip ties, duct tape, a small knife with a nicked handle. Nothing illegal enough, they said. Not without more. I moved out the next day, left a mug ring on the coffee table, and didn't care. I still pause before turning on lights, and I still see that calm, careful face whenever the balcony door ticks in the wind. Sometimes I think he was just waiting for a heavier sleeper. Sometimes I think he still is. Story 2, The Borrower. When Sarah and I bought the Dallas place, it felt like air after years of apartments. Fresh paint, first morning coffee on our own porch, sprinklers that clicked on at 5:30 and missed one corner of the lawn every time. Janice showed up with warm cookies before the first box hit the floor. Too friendly smile, too close talker. Fine, we wanted to be neighborly. The borrowing started small. Sugar, eggs, a pan, just for tonight. Then the mower, 2 weeks gone. When I asked, she blinked like I was the rude one. I laughed it off. I shouldn't have. One afternoon, I saw her in our yard, standing still, hands clasped behind her back, staring at our windows like she was reading something inside them. Everything okay, I said, sliding the door. She flinched, smiled too big. Stray cat, she said. No cat. Stuff began to disappear. My Colorado mug, a framed photo from our first trip, Sarah's blue scarf, the one from her mum, vanished off the bedroom chair with the loose leg we kept meaning to fix. I kept saying we'd find it. I didn't believe myself. We bought a small indoor cam for peace of mind. Anniversary dinner, mid-sentence, Our phones buzzed, motion alert. I opened the app with clammy hands. Janice, in our living room, wearing one of Sarah's robes, eating our ice cream, spoon clinking against the side of my stolen mug, watching our TV like it was hers, like she'd been there 100 times. I threw cash on the table. We drove home without speaking. The house was quiet, TV off. She was gone. But the perfume, powdery, too sweet, hung in the hallway, on Sarah's nightstand. A little arrangement. My mug, our framed photo, Sarah's scarf draped over the lamp just so. A hairpin that wasn't Sarah's resting on top. A small scratch on the wood, I swear, wasn't there that morning. We sold 6 months later. Maybe we could have fought. Cameras, locks, lawyers, but I couldn't unlearn the way she sat on our couch, legs tucked, like she'd memorized the dip in the cushion. Sometimes the AC kicks on at night and I smell that perfume, and I check the mantle, counting things I already know are missing. Story 3. The sounds below. After the divorce, it was me and Lily in a Cleveland duplex with a shared basement sliced by a thin wooden wall. There was a simple bolt on our side. It stuck if you didn't push up first. I learned that the first week. Our neighbor, Greer, per the mailbox, kept his head down. Big guy. We traded nods, not names. The noises started after midnight. Thump, drag, thump, drag. I told myself,
nothing, Lily.
Pipes.
Just the pipes.
Old house. You're tired. Then Lily stood in my doorway with her blanket. The monster is moving furniture again, she whispered. I laughed too quickly. It's Mr. Greer, kiddo. Works late. But what work sounds like that? A smell crept up the vents. Bleach. And something sweet underneath, like fruit gone bad. I bought plug-ins. It kept coming back. One Saturday, I went down for winter coats. The basement light hummed, flickering once, then steady. Dust settled in the beam like slow snow. The smell hit hard. Worse, by the thin door, my hand found the bolt, cold, slight grit. I slid it, loud scrape I couldn't swallow, and pushed. The door sighed inward. Darkness. I used my phone, flashlight slicing a pale lane. Blue barrels along the far wall, one sweating a dark, sticky ring that trailed to a floor drain. Metal grate scuffed white along one edge. A hacksaw on a bench with stained teeth. A stack of contractor bags. A box of zip ties. All ordinary until they weren't. My breath shortened. Get out. Get out now. The front door opened upstairs. His side. Heavy steps. Floorboards complained. My thumb killed the light. I pulled the door back, bolt shaking under my fingers, almost dropped it, slid it home. I climbed without running. Lily was on the couch. Cartoons low. Hey daddy, she said. Eyes on the screen. Swing of her foot thumping the baseboard in a nervous rhythm she didn't know she had. We're going on a surprise trip, I said. Voice wrong. Shoes. Now. She didn't argue. Good kid. We left the TV on. I called from a gas station. I gave our address twice. They found. Enough. They didn't say the words. They didn't have to. The bleach in my throat said them for me. Some nights I still wake up and taste that air. Sharp, sweet, wrong. And I see that thin bolt. How easily it slid. How easily something else could have slid the other way.